What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Jake here, aka BrusHstroKeZ, and today we're moving on to the next step on my Battle of the Boards panel here. I did skip one of the steps. It was kind of a boring one that you didn't need to see, so I went ahead, once I had this clear coated, I sanded it down with 400 grit sandpaper, get it nice and flat, and now we're ready for this next step. If you've seen some of my prior videos before, we are going to do the candy tie-dye effect on this. So I'm just going to let the camera roll, probably do time lapse on painting this, and I'll do some voiceovers and give you some info, tips, and tricks along the way.
Alright, first step is to get this cleaned up. I used some spray away glass cleaner to do that. Now I'm starting here to lay out my pattern. I just kind of know from doing this kind of the spacing. I'm using 6 colors on this, all the primary and secondary colors. Now I did use some urethane candy. It was mixed into inner coat, and I used 1 part to 1 part inner coat and reducer, and then I used about a 4-to-1 mix with the candy. So 1 part candy, 4 parts inner coat. I just kind of lay out my first colors. After each color, I do spray down just inner coat, mixed 1-to-1. Just kind of lock that color down, prevent any bleeding into the next color. So then I come in here with my second color, just kind of laying these in kind of lightly, not fully saturated. I'm trying not to overlap the colors. If you do overlap the colors, it can get a little bit muddy or dark, so I wanted to not do that. I wanted to keep the colors as bright as possible. So coming in here again with some inner coat to lock down that blue. And if you didn't notice, I am just using dagger strokes back and forth to make this pattern. So now we're going to come in with our red. And in case anyone's wondering, I used less than a half an ounce of each color. So just keep that in mind so you don't mix too much. All right, once again, we're coming in with inner coat to lock down that red. And we're going to go ahead and start with our orange here. Again, these are just dagger strokes back and forth, trying not to overlap the colors, trying to paint in between all the dagger strokes of the previous color. All right, some more inner coat to lock down that orange here. Then we'll be moving on to our next color, which is green. Now here in the center, you can see kind of have a wider area there, so I left a little gap. I'm going to come in and widen up the blue when I come back through this. But once again, a little inner coat to lock that green down. Now we're coming in with our final color, the yellow. I do use a little bit of inner coat to lock down the yellow. But now, once I got my pattern all in, I actually come back in with all my colors again and get them saturated to the saturation I like to get. So I do usually make 2, sometimes 3 passes with the color. I like the candies to be extremely saturated. Just makes for a better effect. Makes them, I don't know, I just like the look. You don't have to fully saturate it, but I just prefer doing it that way. Now here I am laying down some more inner coat to lock those candies down so they don't bleed before we got it in the booth and clear coated. Here it is, all covered in some clear coat. Just a beautiful look. We'll get you outside with this panel, show you what it looks like in some sun as well. Here it is out in some sun on this beautiful Iowa day. You get to really see all those different candy colors over that metal grind. I just really love that effect, how it flips and flops. You get to see all different tones of the candies. So really had fun with this. This is kind of my signature technique. I'd never seen anyone else do it. I did also figure out how to do this on any surface. I did do this on a skate deck. If you look in the upper right hand corner of your screen now, there will be a link to that video where I did it on a skate deck, so you can learn how to do this on any type of surface. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them down in the comments. I'd love to see your guys' tie-dye if you do try this effect. Go ahead and add me on social media. My Facebook and Instagram accounts are down in the description below, at the very bottom of it. Just add me as a friend or follow me on Instagram. But yeah, that's really all I had for you guys. I appreciate you tuning in. Until the next one, keep those brushes stroking.